The Chiefs are better than people think, and they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Let's talk about that.
Chiefs Kingdom. What's up, baby? Noah Gray here, tight end for your Kansas City Chiefs. You're listening to All Chiefed Up with Mike and Steve Williams.
Chiefs Kingdom ACU crew, how we doing, baby? Hope everybody's doing okay. Football's back. It's on TV right now. It's wild, man. The Raiders are playing, and I think the Bengals are playing too. They're playing is it the Eagles? So you got the Raiders and the Seahawks and the Bengals and the Eagles. What a crappy way to start the football season out. Let's just throw that out there right now.
What a horrible couple slate of games to have to endure.
But the Kansas City Chiefs play soon. How about that? We've got the Arizona Cardinals. Is it on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's Saturday night. That's going to be a fun one, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see what it looks like. There's a lot of things I want to watch, so we'll be talking about that a little bit later, what we want to see out of it. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm not for sure if Hollywood and Rashee Rice is going to get to play, and if not, probably for the best. We get to see more action from the guys on the bubble. So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I think the most exciting thing is trying to see what Tyquan Thornton can do in game action. I know Andy Reid's been excited to see that. And then, of course, seeing the rookies get out there and do their thing. I don't know how much they're going to play. Of course, Andy Reid always says the quarterbacks are going to play a quarter apiece. But we all know that's a lie. He does it every year. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. It'll be fun. Either way, the Chiefs will be back on TV on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Time against the Arizona Cardinals. But, yeah, man, the Chiefs, they're looking good, brother. I was watching some camp footage from earlier today, and Xavier Worthy is going nuts. He's going crazy. Noah Gray also looked really well, and a few other guys. And kind of the premise of this live stream here is just to remind these people that think the Chiefs are going to disappear, and the people like the Colin Cowherds of the world who said the dynasty's over. There's no such thing as a Chiefs dynasty. Basically, they're going to just disappear into the oblivion because they lost in their third straight Super Bowl. That they're in for it, bro. Because a lot of these good players on our team are young. Like, they're going to be here for a while. So I'm super excited about that. And I think that the Chiefs haters, their butt's going to be hurt about halfway through the season when they realize this team is brutal.
Right. Shout out Chris Ainsworth. He's been doing a lot of good footage for camp. He's been there almost every day putting out some good stuff. He actually released a good video today that I think I put up on X. I give him some credit for it. He had a little one-on-one between Xavier Worthy and Trent McDuffie, man. And those two going at it like they do has been just like sometimes X wins it, sometimes Trent McDuffie wins it. But either way, man, those two going after each other is just straight up amazing to watch. And this is like Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice is going to be the future of the offense, obviously, behind,
of course,
you also got Jalen Royals. Like, don't forget him. And he looks very awesome today. Like, he's looked good for the past few weeks, to be honest. And, dude, there was some footage he put out today of Royals coming across the middle, and this dude looks, like, huge. He looks monstrous. He looks just like Rashee Rice, dare I say. And it's just like, I tweeted, and I was like, man, the future of the Chiefs are in good hands. Anybody that thinks this team is not going to be a force for the next decade is just flat out ignorant. Like, you're just in denial, and you're just lying to yourself.
Well, we're on the back end of phase one of Patrick Mahomes' career. If you can piece it into two, and the middle being his prime, we are getting right to that middle point of his career, right? Because that first wave of Patrick Mahomes, when you think about it, who comes to mind? Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, those types of guys, right?
Yeah.
Maybe even some no-name guys like DeMarcus Robinson and some other players, Sammy Watkins. But now we're kind of hitting that corner, man. We're kind of turning the corner because now the names are all different. I know Kelce's going to play this season and maybe another season or two if he decides to play longer. But either way, he's on his way out. And now you're going to start looking at guys like Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, Noah Gray. It's all these young dudes coming in here. And it's a whole new wave of Patrick Mahomes Chiefs football. And hopefully Andy Reid's around for another long time, and we can keep it rolling with Patrick Mahomes throughout his career, man. But it's super exciting, and they're not going anywhere. People are just going to have to accept it. But Mike Camp today, mentioned it earlier. I'm just going to kind of break it down for you real quick. Good old Peter Sweeney. Pete's what? Pete's Weenie.
Weenie.
He put a thread out that kind of broke down today's practice. So I'll just kind of read through that real quick. You can stop me anytime you want to talk about any of it, okay?
Okay.
And we'll just kind of roll through that. But he says practice on Thursday was warm, beginning in the low 80s and building into the mid 80s by the time it was finished. So it was basically hot the whole time. As we have seen most of camp, Jawan Taylor rotated with Jalen Moore at right tackle. I wonder what this looks like on Saturday, what he says, which me too. I want to know how they're kind of going about that on Saturday.
Yeah, let's break that down really quick. A lot of people are wondering this. I think, look, here's the thing. I thought they went to go get Jalen Moore because you couldn't bank on grabbing another guy, especially a guy as good as Josh Simmons has been. Like, we all thought that Josh Simmons was going top 15, top 20 at the latest.
Well, I thought even with the injury, he wasn't going any later than Seattle at 18.
So
I said that
we got him at 32 because we traded back. And anybody in the comments that say we picked 31, no, we didn't. We traded back 32. Josh Simmons looks really good. I thought they were going to give it a little bit more of an old college try to rotate in and try to find something there. But look, they're just going to go ahead and stick with Simmons. Simmons has done a pretty good job so far. Let's see what he does in the preseason. But I think what they're doing now with Jawan Taylor, I feel like it's more necessity to let Jawan Taylor work himself back from that knee. And I think they want to get Jalen Moore along the offensive line, just more experience up and down the entire thing so he can be that nice rotational piece. So I think that's what it is right now. But a lot of Chiefs Kingdom think that there is a big-time camp bat at right tackle, and he could take Jawan Taylor's job. It is what it is, and I'm not saying that's completely wrong. He very well could take his job. Jawan Taylor is not the greatest right tackle to ever play, and if he comes out and does a lot of stupid penalties, that could be a thing Andy goes to. So I'm not going to say that's completely wrong, but I think, in my opinion, for now, they're trying to get some good swing value out of Jalen Moore. They're paying him a lot of money. He needs to be able to play just about everything.
Of course, and I think if you see a lot of Jalen Moore on Saturday and maybe the entire time, you might not even see Jawan Taylor. There's a good chance he could rest. I mean, he's still recovering from that off-season knee surgery, like you said. It was just a cleanup, but they don't want to get him out there too soon and make it any worse than it has to be. Just let him recover. So, I mean, if you don't see Jawan Taylor out there, don't get too horned up, because it's probably just him resting more than likely. But let's move along. At cornerback, the Chiefs again had Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson outside with Jamari Connor inside. So this is kind of what we thought it would look like, especially with Christian Fulton not participating yet. But he was back today.
Keep
that in mind. It's the first time
Round
he was
of
in
applause
pads.
for Fulton. The first time we've seen him in pads. Of course, he was probably going really light today. Today was a very light practice. So,
of course,
it is what it is. You're not going to see him too much. I don't think they want to rush him back. They don't have to rush him back, but it is nice that he's getting back, because it was starting to get concerning, in my opinion. I was starting to be like, my God, you paid this guy a crap ton, and he's not even going to play?
Right, and he's new to the team. He's new to the system. He needs to get out there and get his feet wet, and finally he's out there.
Still think it's kind of odd, Steve. And let me know if you think this, too. You guys in the chat, let me know. Do you still think it's a little odd that they're still running Nazeeh Johnson with the ones?
Well, that's what I was getting ready to get to. Today, with the second team, it was Nazeeh Johnson and Noah Williams on the outside.
Right.
With Christian
Well, yesterday he was
Wallace
running with the ones.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a second. And real quick, I'll note, after practice, Roland Wallace told everyone that McDuffie has been helping him at the slot position. So he's trying to learn that. So maybe that's something to keep in mind when we start talking about 53-man roster.
I told you, man, Chris Roland Wallace is coming on. I think he's had a hell of a camp.
Right, but let's talk about that.
I think he looks good.
Let's talk about Nazeeh Johnson running with the ones still. Like, I'm so confused about it. I still don't understand it. The fact that they rolled with him all last season, no matter how bad it was at times, they just didn't want to give Josh Williams the chances. Josh Williams got some snaps eventually because of injuries and everything. If you looked at it, you've broke it down for everybody several times, but he essentially scored the exact same as Jalen Watson. So he played at a comparable level to Jalen Watson last season.
Yeah.
And he still wasn't able to out-snap Nazeeh Johnson, who was basically Eli Apple. And it's like, I don't know why they continue to go this route, but they're still doing it. Like you said, even recently, they've had Nazeeh running with the ones. So it's a little concerning, to be honest.
It's kind of weird. A lot of people think it's a sink or swim kind of thing. But me and you're in the same boat. They come in, they give him his contract this offseason. He's valued on special teams. It feels like he's going to slide in a CB5, CB6, whichever they do. It feels like Nazeeh's going to get on. And the more and more it looks like Roland Wallace or Josh Williams is going to have to be left off this depth chart. And to me, those are mind-blowing because I think Roland Wallace does just as good in the slot as Chamari Connor did last year. I wouldn't be opposed to letting Chris Roland Wallace start at the slot if you wasn't going to do McDuffie. Like if you put McDuffie on the outside with Watson and then you let Christian Roland Wallace play the slot over Connor, I would be fine with that. Let Connor go back and play a little bit more safety every now and then. But I just do not understand the Nazeeh Johnson thing. And a lot of people think it's sink or swim. And Nazeeh even come out and spoke about it yesterday, Steve. And he said, I feel freer. I feel like I'm being able to play more. But we're watching him in camp, and this is a straight passing camp at this point, and it has been for months. And this dude's getting burned, and he's not just getting burned by Rashee Rice of the world. He's getting burned by Magdalena. He's getting burned by just – you go down the board. Elijah Badger's burned him a few times. Nico's burned him. I think
I saw Andy Reid run a route out there and burn Nazeeh Johnson. And it's like, look,
I have nothing against Nazeeh Johnson, man. But what is the deal? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Nazeeh's a great gunner. He's a good special teamer. He's not been great at corner yet. I'm not saying he couldn't be.
Maybe they just think the more they give him, he can develop it.
Maybe, but I don't know why you wouldn't try to develop someone that's playing at a higher level than him. That's confusing to me.
Yeah.
Let's hit this 5-bomb from our boy JCP, letting the boy watch in the house. He says they shot up Fulton with some Blue Chew, and he's back out there. Do you think they'll get him up to speed by the time the regular season gets here, Mike? That's the big question. He's just not been out there yet. I don't know how much he's been retaining mentally or what goes in, behind the scenes to him learning the playbook and getting familiar with it. But, I mean, it's not the same as actually being out there taking the reps. So I think this is a fair question. Do you think they're going to be able to have him even ready to go by week 1? We're talking 4 weeks from now. This season is going to be underway. So he's got a lot of work to do.
Right. I would look for him to not play hardly at all come Saturday. I would just about think that maybe the second, third preseason game you will start seeing him. I think he could be ready to go by week 1. It depends on what he's been able to do in his rehab process. He's going to have to get his legs back underneath him. Obviously, he's not been able to condition and things like that. So you're going to have to do all that with him. I don't know if he's going to be – he probably gets slid in, at a decent amount of snaps, but you may not see a true Christian Fulton look in the lineup to where he's actually starting, say, opposite of Jalen Watson or the way they're rolling, Nazeeh Johnson, who knows, or McDuffie. I still think McDuffie has to play that outside more than you think.
Of course he's going to.
But either way, I think it could be somewhere around week 4, week 5 before we start seeing what the ideal Christian Fulton impact could be.
Right. I think everybody was kind of excited just to have him out there as CB2 right off the rip. I don't know if that's going to be the case, especially with the delay on him getting on the field and getting the reps. So I think it's kind of touch and go, JCP. But I do think that eventually that's probably what it will be. It just depends. If everybody plays to their top level and it's just the best person gets the snaps, I do think that he's probably one of the better press corners on this team, and that's what Spags likes to go with. So
yeah,
I would expect to see him out there quite a bit when he does get in the swing of things. Appreciate the 5-bomb, brother. Got another 5-bomb from Tony. Says, do y'all think the starters will play a quarter on Saturday? That's what I was saying earlier. Andy always says that. Now, what I read was Andy said that every quarterback would play one quarter. And you know what? He might not be wrong about that, except for the fact that I think Gardner Minshew is going to get a quarter and a half. Because I don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to play more than a drive, maybe 2.
Mahomes will play one drive. Yeah. If it scores, he's definitely out. If it's a quick, say 3 and out, or maybe a quick turnover, or somebody fumbles, you may see him. But I think he's capped at 6 to 8 plays.
Right, and if you go back to last season when Mahomes was pulled, they pulled the ones, almost all of them.
Yeah,
even Kingsley Suamataia, who was brand new at left tackle. They only let him do 1 or 2 series, and that was it. So he kind of went into the season behind the 8 ball.
Very excited to see. Very excited to see the backup quarterbacks, though, Steve. We just talked about. I know you guys watched the video on Wednesday. That was a hell of a video. Our best video we've had in a while. So thanks to everybody for watching that. We broke down Charles Goldman's 53-man roster prediction, Steve, and he said he's taking 3 QBs. He's taking Minshew and Zappe. But the Chiefs don't like to do this. So do you think Zappe can come out and outplay Minshew? Do you think Minshew could possibly not make the team and they would go with Zappe over him at the end of the training camp? Or do you just think that's, just a fictional little idea?
That's crazy. And I don't think they'll take 3 quarterbacks into the 53-man roster either. I
Do you
know
think
there's
it's
a new,
Minshew's job 100%?
Yeah, I don't think that's a question.
Do you
I
think,
don't
you
even
think
think
Gardner
that's a
Minshew was
question.
that much better than Bailey Zappi, though? Bailey
Yes.
Zappi was not too bad in New England. He just didn't have
He
a good
wasn't
team
bad.
around him.
He wasn't bad. And I think that he could literally be a quarter.
He was
like a
poached
QB2.
last year from
He'd be
with
a QB2
Cleveland.
on a lot of teams. And, I mean, hell, he started with the
I don't think
Patriots
it's
for a while.
crazy to say that he could maybe beat Minshew out. He's outperformed him in camp.
I don't think so. I just don't think so.
I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it
Minshew's
wouldn't be
kinda-
that much of a surprise.
I mean,
for me.
hasn't Minshew kind of proved himself? I mean, there's times where he started for long periods of time with Jacksonville and other teams and actually did pretty well. So I think that he's obviously the QB2. I just don't think they'll take 3, though. I don't. I think, if I'm not mistaken, like a year or two ago, they made a new rule to where you can kind of pop a third QB in there if you have to. You know what I'm talking about? Like in case of
Yeah.
injury or something like that.
I
So
don't
just see
understand
them-
it.
I don't see them putting 3 on the roster to start. I don't. I mean, they could. Don't get me wrong. It
Yeah.
can happen, but I don't see it.
Even the way Charles explained that on his 53-man roster cuts, to me, I feel like that we're deep at so many positions. Why do you want to waste one of those for an extra QB? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Appreciate the 5, Tony. Appreciate all you guys being here, by the way. Do your boys a favor. Hit that like button real quick. It just takes a second. It'll help this get out to
Yep.
more people. Appreciate everybody being here. Football's back. Pretty much, it's going to be in full swing soon, baby. The preseason's well underway. We got the Raiders playing right now. Let's see how they're doing. Still 0-0. It looks like a real barn burner in that first preseason game there. I don't know about the Bengals and Eagles when I haven't even looked at that.
It's close. It's close.
But yeah, do us a favor, hit the like button, help us out. If you're new to the channel and you're on the fence, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. You want to hang out with All Chiefed Up for the season. It's going to be a fun one, that's for sure. I'm super excited about this team. So do that, and we'll get back to the chat here. Ray is a new member. He's not a new member, but he's a member again. Welcome
He's
back,
back,
Ray
baby.
Ray. He's back. Jay Kelsey, been a member for 23 months, says, I can't wait to see Royals.
You and me
This is
both, brother.
Kind of something else I wanted to talk about is that wide receiver battle at the very bottom. Obviously, Royals has nothing to worry about being the 4th-round draft pick there. He's going to be on the squad. But there's
Oh, yeah.
another guy that's been showing out too, and that's Tyquan Thornton. And you've heard nothing but good things. Patrick Mahomes likes the kid. Matt Nagy even came out and said that him and Mahomes kind of have a rare chemistry together, just kind of was just there. And I think that so far, he's been probably one of the hottest names in camp. So this kid could literally make this team and maybe even contribute this season. But it's going to be on the back end of that wide receiver roster because we've talked about this time and time again. But there's like 5 that are guaranteed. Boom. So you got, if you're going with 6, and which they're going to, especially if they decide to go with like 3 quarterbacks or 4 tight ends or
Yeah.
5
You have to
running
take
backs.
6 wide receivers. With this deep room, I don't think you can cut it at 5. That just doesn't make any sense.
No,
They got to
5's
take 6.
5's
And
unrealistic in today's
They may
world
take
anyway.
7, to be honest.
I think 7 might be the magic number this year because if you're looking at 6, you've kind of got a crazy battle going on. It's like Tyquan Thornton's got the edge right now, but does he? Because Dave Tobe's obsessed with Nico Remigio. So, I mean, those two are just going to be battling it out at 6. If they decide to go 7, I think that either of those two at this point could take out Sky Moore. This could be end of Sky Moore, which we've talked about 1,000 times.
How
So
pissed would you be if the Chiefs took 8 just to keep Sky Moore on the roster?
I don't think they'll do 8.
I would probably burn down my own house.
Well, I
if that
mean,
happened.
I don't think they'll do 8, but if they do take 7, and one of them was not Nico or Tyquan Thornton because they took Sky Moore, I think a lot of people would be pissed, but it wouldn't
Oh,
surprise
yeah.
me. I wouldn't be surprised either.
Steve,
so.
let's talk about Tyquan Thornton because you
Yeah,
brought him up
what a
and he's
monster.
been killing it. Look, Tyquan Thornton did this back with New England, though. He was a camp darling for a couple years with New England, and we've had some camp darlings here in KC that just didn't really work out. So I want to go ahead and see what it looks like in the game action. But from what we see, him and Pat have a pretty good connection so far. He's burning guys on routes, and he's beating guys like McDuffie. He's beating guys like Jalen Watson like a drum. So it's just one of those things where he's looking really good, man. He really does. He looks like he's got the speed, which we know he does, but it looks like he's bringing it to the field. He's got the game speed. So far, he's got the good hands, and he's had some trouble with drops in his career, but so far we've not seen it too bad in camp. Maybe 1 or 2 drops I can recall. So I think he's got a lot to prove coming up versus Arizona, and I think it wouldn't surprise me if Andy really doesn't want to get a good look at Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton could play 30 to 35 snaps this week, if not more, in my opinion. He may play with all the quarterbacks.
Dude, Andy said that early on. Like, I want to see this kid in the game situation with this offense. And I think that that's going to be one of the more exciting things to watch in the first preseason game, if not all of them.
Steve, I said that Tyquan Thornton was battling right now, and I think he's the front runner for wide receiver 6. Because like you said, you've got 4 that's a lock in front of him, and then obviously Jalen
5.
Royals.
Yeah.
Right. So that, and I'm counting Juju. So Juju's that magical 4 because of his veteran leadership. Jalen's the 5 because he's a 4th-round pick. He ain't going nowhere. Kid looks awesome. Can't wait to see Jalen Royals. Thornton seems to be holding down wide receiver 6. People said I was being dishonest. There was actually a fella on X that you're being dishonest. He's wide receiver 2 or 3 on this team right now. And I'm like,
come on,
pump the
brother.
brakes, buddy. I don't
Good
care
God,
if he's
dude.
playing like wide receiver 1 at the moment. He's not. He's the guy on the bubble. It's always going to be wide receiver 6. That's always what you're going to hear with Tyquan Thornton until he makes the team and picks it up. And I'm not saying he couldn't
That's what
be
I'm
a
saying.
great
He
player.
might end up by the end of the season being like a top 3 target.
But for camp,
Maybe.
he's got to be called as a bubble wide receiver 6.
Well,
I'm
of
not
course.
being
We haven't seen
dishonest. That's
we
just
haven't
the way
seen
it
anything
works.
yet.
Yeah,
Like, people
that's the
are
way it
just
works.
wild sometimes, man. They come up with these scenarios in their heads and they get too horny about camp and they just don't realize that's not how the real world works. But yeah, I'm with you. I think he's obviously going to be on that bubble there. If he does make the team, there's a chance with that chemistry they have that he could get out on the field, earn his way up in snaps. And
Doesn't it
be
feel like if he has
big
a
target?
good game versus the Cardinals, and then he was to follow it up with a solid second preseason game, he almost feels like a lock at this point.
It's starting to feel
So
that
then
way.
it becomes wide receiver 7, Nico versus Sky Moore, and it seems like it's this every single season.
Yep. Seahawks finally scored, guys. There's been some points put on the board. Let's go. A quarter into it, and they finally get
It's
some points on the
raining in
board.
Seattle, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
man. Well, you're talking about the receivers, and that's kind of what we've been talking about, and it kind of plays into where I was at on the list here that Sweeney did. I'll go ahead and go through that real quick. He just said it was good to see Christian Fulton back with the knee. Drew Tranquil was back today with his back injury. Both did only individual work. So that's their first initial step back into it. Andy Reid come out and confirmed that Rashee Rice's groin injury was very minor.
Right, it's a little minor groin. Look, you don't have to play Rashee Rice through all this. He just doesn't need it. He's coming off of the knee anyway, and I don't care how good you feel. There is a toll on your body of getting back in here. For me, Hollywood Brown's a little different. We can't have another season of Hollywood Brown being injured all the time. But they did say when that ankle twisted that first day that he very well could have practiced the next day or the day after. I think they're just being very cautious with him because they've seen what happened in last year's preseason. But he does need to be on the field to get more, acquainted with Mahomes, in my opinion. Rashee Rice has kind of got that with Mahomes.
Right. Well, the receiver that stole the show today was none other than Xavier Worthy. Says in the first play of practice, 11 on 11s, wide receiver Xavier Worthy made a sliding catch. Worthy later ran a nice comeback going up against McDuffie, who slipped up and allowed Worthy to bring in the catch. This was just the beginning of a really nice day of practice for the second-year player. He went on to do a lot of other stuff. So I saw a couple of clips today where Xavier Worthy's the real deal, brother. He's the real deal. When you have somebody like Trent McDuffie on your hip and you're being able to get open the way he was doing it, like, I'm really excited. Like, he's definitely proving that he's way more than what people pegged him coming out in the draft. It's just a guy that can run fast. Like, he is the full package. He can run routes. He can do everything. So really excited about that. But let me move forward.
Well, hey, I want to say this about Worthy, too. At the end of the draft process, me and you said that he's more than likely a late first, early second round pick, but we felt more comfortable in the second round.
Yeah.
I will have to say, he proved me wrong. He's he's actually been a little more reliable. And look, I was never one that said he couldn't play the game. The kid was good.
No.
I didn't think that was a big deal. I just thought maybe, oh no, here we go again, Brett Veach trying to find his little stereotype.
Right.
But Xavier Worthy has broken the mold, and that kid's been good. He's proved a lot of people wrong. He proved me wrong. He was worth a first-round pick 100%. I do not think that I didn't think they reached much on him to begin with. But you kind of feel like, hey, they traded up to get him.
Well, no, I think
here we go again. He was more of a second-round grade. But honestly, No, kid's been great, and I'll take my lumps on that one. Xavier Worthy.
They moved up and took them where
amazing.
they had to make sure no one else got the guy
Yeah.
they wanted. So I mean, him going right there was fine with me. But yeah, I was with you. I thought he's like early second rounder, but obviously
no.
they wanted him. They made sure they got him, and it's working
Yeah.
out. So
And again, he's just in a good situation here, I think.
yep.
think
Order
that
of
helps.
running back touches during the rush period. First team was Pacheco with 4, Hunt 2, Steele 2. So first team was Carson Steele. Keep that in mind. Second team was led by Carson Steele. Then you have Elijah Mitchell and Brashard Smith. Third team was Brashard Smith and Young. And then, so I mean, that's not really surprising to me. It's kind of where I feel like it's going to be. I think a lot of people are wondering if Carson still can make this squad. I was one of those people. I
Yep.
thought when I first started looking at it, I'm like, I don't know if there's room for him on here.
Yeah, you've been
to be
out
quite
on
honest
him.
about it. But I'm kind of turning the corner on that one. I think they might go ahead and keep him. The one that's kind of getting on the back burner to me is going to be Elijah Mitchell,
Which is what we said, because Brashard
I
Smith
did say
has
that
looked
straight
so
up,
good.
right? I did say that straight up. Like, this is a guy that could either make the squad and contribute, or hell, he could be cut. We don't even know yet. It's just very up in the air. Brashard Smith, they're using him in so many different ways. I'm not going to look too much into his carries during the rush period because they're using him at wide receiver and a lot of other things.
Did you get
So-
to see the play today, Steve, where they threw him a little screen pass? And it was kind of a little high pass. He batted it to himself. This
Yeah.
kid's going to be special. To me, I don't see how Brashard Smith's skills and the way that Andy Reid can craft him getting the ball, I don't see how he's not going to be successful in this league. Like, I
Right.
think they'll find a way to do it.
Got 2 bomb from KT. He said if Mahomes wants Thornton, it's wraps. I think that's true. I think that if
Oh,
Mahomes
yeah, for
walks
sure.
in there and he's like, dude, me and him, we got this. I want him on the team. He's on the team. End of story. So
Yeah.
I think you're exactly right there, KT. Appreciate the 2 bomb. Let's see here, but with the running backs, man, I just think that Brashard Smith is going to make the squad because of all the different things they can do with him. Like you said, he's exactly what Andy Reid wants with a running back. The small, fast, can receive out of the backfield. And you saw this at a couple of different reps in the last few days. If he gets matched up with a linebacker, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, he will
Poor
toast
Jack
every
Cochran.
linebacker in this league, though.
Poor Jack Cochran, man. That video that come
Yeah.
out a few days ago. Poor Cochran.
Yeah, he got torched. Let's go on forward. During the next 11-on-11 period, Travis Kelce fought off a defender to make a tough catch. Mahomes threw a deep touchdown to Worthy, who had only had a step or two on Connor, but it was perfectly placed on his back shoulder. So it sounds like they're getting that chemistry on the long ball. I mean, the long ball is repetitions, right? It's almost like the equivalent of, being a drummer or being a billiards player or something. It's all muscle memory, right? And I think the more reps they run trying to hit that long ball, they got to get the timing down. It's just got to feel good. Eventually, those are going to hit, bro. And it looks like they're definitely doing it a lot.
Yeah. There's a lot of nuances to throwing a deep pass, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember when our receivers used to go out and run routes and different things. Quarterbacks have specific ways they want you to run the route. Receivers have better release packages than others, so they may be a little bit towards the sideline or more towards the numbers. You got to know how each guy reacts, how each receiver tends to break their routes. Do they fade? Do they drift one way? Do they drift towards the safety? Do they drift out of bounds? Then the quarterback's got to be like, look, I got to do this. And you've seen Mike Edwards get a pick on Mahomes the other day, Steve, because he overthrew Kelce, and he said, when I seen him loading up to throw the deep ball, Mahomes tends to overthrow, and he did right to him. And that's what I said. Mahomes has got to – people's going to start playing that, so Mahomes has got to hunker
fine.
down here, get on the same page here.
I'm okay with throwing a pick on the deep ball a lot of times, depending on where you're at on the field, because
It's a glorified
basically-
punt sometimes.
Right, it is. So I would like to take those shots. I'm not going to shy away from that over a turnover or two. It's just going to come with the territory, right?
Yeah.
Moving on, roster hopeful Cooper McDonald stepped in front of a Gardner Minshew pass intended for Mitchell, intercepted it going the other way. Another roster hopeful cornerback Kevin Knowles, who Charles Goldman said was going to make the roster.
He put both
along
of those two
with
guys on the roster.
Cooper
yeah.
McDonald. Yeah, on the video, I think I got Jack Cochran's name mixed up with Cooper
You did.
McDonald. I said Jack McDonald.
You said
I
Jack
think.
McDonald, dude, and I was cracking up.
I was too. I thought it was funny, and there had to be one guy out of like 10,000 that was like, "Bro,
You knew it was going to happen.
hey, you know what I meant? Why are you saying?" Anyway, Kevin Knowles continues to see some work with the twos. So he's definitely getting there on the second team. So I think that's where Goldman's kind of getting, the momentum that Knowles
Yeah.
has right now. He thinks he could squeeze onto the roster. But yeah, nothing crazy there. Continued 11 on 11s. Mahomes dished it to Juju, who completed a lateral back to Mahomes. And then Jason Brownlee high pointed a ball for a touchdown against Brian Cook, who was playing good coverage. Brownlee just went up and got the pass.
Brownlee is
Another guy in the back
good-
end of this wide receiver.
He's a very good high point guy, and honestly, I would rather have Brownlee over Sky Moore.
Would you rather have Magdalena?
Yes.
So you
Dude,
think
have
Sky
you been-
Moore's the worst on
Have
this
you
roster?
been seeing some of the highlights Magdalena's been doing?
Yeah, he can play.
I like Magdalena. I mean, he's
He's
got the
got, like,
same.
He's got
He's
crazy
the same
sure
football
hands, too.
pedigree
Catches
as
everything.
a Nico, right? He's got that same pedigree, like that knack. I like him. And look, you mentioned Cooper McDonald from TCU, UDFA linebacker. I talked about him a couple weeks ago, and I said, guys, everybody's been talking about Brandon George. I said, there's another UDFA you guys need to start paying attention to. Spags is really taking a liking to him, and sure enough, we started to hear it, and our boy Goldman put him on the 53. Now, here's my thing. I don't think McDonald makes the team unless they take 6, which is possible. I predicted 6 as well.
Yeah.
I just don't see him cutting Cam Jones over McDonald. I could be wrong about that, but I think they like Cam Jones. But if Cam Jones, he's had some injuries and different things, so we'll have to see. The Kevin Knowles one, for me, is a little weird. Now, Kevin Knowles is pretty good. He had good film at Florida State, and they like him in the slot. But you still have Christian Roland Wallace that's had a good camp. Chamari tends to play the slot a lot. For me, I can't see them taking a guy, a UDFA Kevin Knowles, and knocking those guys out.
Yeah.
For me, I just can't see it. So I could see Knowles coming. I could see McDonald making the squad over Knowles, and I could be totally wrong about that, but I could see Knowles being a nice practice squad guy.
I think so too. I think that's where I'm at with it.
I really like Kevin Knowles.
Yeah. I do too. I think he's good. There's just so many good ones in that cornerback room. There's going to be some good players left off this roster. Just end of
Yes.
the story. It's just packed. It's kind of like the receiver room, Let's see here. What else we got? It's worth noting here that with Rice and Hollywood Brown both out, Tyquan Thornton and Brownlee have become more important. I asked Mahomes about both players after the workout. Mahomes said Brownlee and Thornton got to step up and make plays, and they've done that the whole time. That speaks to the depth of our receiving room this year. Coach Reed, Veach, all of those guys brought in a lot of great talented players, and they're making plays whenever they get the opportunities. So Mahomes kind of hit the nail on the head here. Like, this roster, as far as wide receivers go, is good from front to back. And it's the first time probably ever in the Patrick Mahomes era that we can say that, right? There's
Yeah,
no
for
slap
sure.
nuts out there like Kadarius Toney or whatever. I think
Well.
it's going to be a good one with Sky.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's become a running joke now. Like we were offered giving Sky Moore his time.
Third year. Hey, we
Yeah.
gave him 3 years. It's over.
Yeah, and it's over. If Andy and them decide to get rid of one of these young talents to keep Sky Moore, I'm going to be so flabbergasted this season. I mean, I just could not. I honestly, could you imagine being Andy's PR person and try to condone that? Like, what do you say? The entire city wants Sky Moore out of here, and you would cut a young guy like a Thornton or a Brownlee or a Delina or an Elijah Badger, and you're going to take Sky Moore? Like, I can't see it.
If they do, there's going to be a lot of upset people.
There's going to be some hell to pay.
There's going to be some hell to pay. Is that right?
Ticket prices will go down $5 on secondhand Ticketmaster sales.
Well, while you're talking about ongoing jokes, I noticed. I just want to preface this with, guys, if you're one of those people that are on Chiefs Facebook groups, just leave them all and just go to the All Chiefs Up group and enter that one, okay? Because you see some crazy stuff on Facebook. I see the most wild stuff on Facebook, and you posted a really funny one on X, where Brandon George apparently got cut from the team because he snuck out to go party on his birthday.
A rager in St. Joe's. Think about that.
Apparently,
Who
they
has
had a
rager in
massive
St.
raging
Joe?
party in St. Joe, and Brandon George left
And he got
snuck out
snuck
to go
out.
attend it. Yeah,
I posted that, and somebody was like, "Is that true?" I was like, "Come on, bro! Did you see the AI quote they give Andy Reid?
Was it
It
great?
did-
I don't know.
He didn't say listen one time, so you knew it wasn't Andy talking.
That's not
It
real.
was something like we have a championship pedigree here and we will not condone this stuff. And I was like, this is the most fake stuff. And people were buying it, dude. I'm talking thousands of likes, people talking about how Brandon George needed to go. And Brandon George's mom actually replied, did you see it? She was like, he didn't tell me he snuck out and went to a party. And I wrote wild child. And Brandon George actually liked all the tweets. Like he was loving it.
Oh, it's hilarious, dude. It's so funny that people buy some of that crap, you know? It doesn't make any sense to me.
People on Facebook will believe anything.
Yeah, but if you're on Facebook, we are too. I
Yeah, go
over
find
on
us there.
on Facebook, our group's up to like almost 30,000 now. So if you're on Facebook and you don't want to deal with that dumb shit, just go over and like our page and you can talk about the Chiefs.
And
on
we'll
there.
post a lot of like X clips from camp and everything. We'll try to find the good clips, throw them up nightly and things. So if you don't like X or you don't want to dig through, like you can find them there too. And it's not going to be a bunch of AI stuff.
Yep, let's go. TGZ with the 2 bombs is just hopping on to say hi. PM slinging it, horned up. Yeah,
Appreciate
dude. I
you,
think
TGZ.
everybody's pretty excited, dude. I want to see Mahomes get back to being that Mahomes will just let the ball rip. And I think the more confident he can get with these receivers and stuff, I think he'll come back, especially if he's getting the protection up front. So if Josh Simmons and Kingsley work out on that left side, I think we're going to see a much more exciting offense than we have in a little while. Appreciate the 2 bomb, TGZ. And then another 2 from KT says Mahomes' attitude is def on 10 this year. Dude, he's got that chip on his shoulder. That Super Bowl, that's not going to go away easily, right? That's embarrassing.
It's
Like the only way you come back from that is to come back and you whoop a lot of ass in the
Can
year
you-
back.
look,
you go
think about
scorched
this.
earth.
Tom Brady's probably the GOAT. I mean, just because Mahomes hasn't got to play as much. But if you look at where they're at in their career, Mahomes is well going to pass him.
Right.
But could you imagine if Tom Brady got beat like that, like what he would do? He would be hell. He'd probably divorce his wife. He'd probably put his kids in the basement and tie them up or something.
He
Like,
might
who
have
knows?
burned everyone else's on the team's house down.
Right.
Like,
He's insane like that. That's his competitive
full
spirit.
arsonist.
And that's why he's the GOAT. But Mahomes is right there. I think Mahomes has to come out and really take this to heart, in my opinion. I think he needs to go out and beat some teams to death this year. I'm talking
Yeah.
blowout, choke them out.
Yeah, dude, I want to see that this year. I think everybody's tired of the real close games. Just go out there and beat some people. Got Pops in the house with the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go, old man. Let's go. Appreciate that. If you guys get one of those memberships, thank the old man in the chat. Don't forget about
Yo,
it.
Pops.
I think I missed this here. Appreciate you, old man. Y'all throw some legendaries in the chat for Pops. John Hale, been a member for 12 months now, says, hey, Mike, I can hear you tonight. I'm disappointed with Hollywood Brown. The boy goes on the injured list for breaking wind. He's made of glass. Yeah, I think hopefully we got the volume thing worked out. I know a lot of people have been saying Mike's low. We're not sure why, so I think we got figured out maybe.
Could be. Look, one of my theories on that, Steve, may be because when I'm in my normal spot at home, I have a window air conditioner unit. So maybe that background noise causes something
I don't know, Mike.
because it's quiet in the room.
But
I'm
you have
in
to
now.
have that. It's 200 degrees in Kentucky.
Yeah. So, I mean, the colder it gets, the better the audio is going to get. Let's just put it
Yeah. Well, you do. So I think it was Perry pointed out in chat earlier. You look like you're being held hostage right now. It tends to happen a lot.
I said that.
Mike likes to rub in his life of luxury on everybody. He's always on vacation, so that's why he always looks like he's held hostage.
Yeah, I'm just in a white wall. But look, I was going to go to like a cheap store, like a Ross or something, and just find something Chiefs related and put it behind me so I don't look like I'm in a psych ward.
Do it. Why not? There's got to be something in Panama City Beach. I'll tell you what. We're in Kentucky.
Yeah, for sure.
We're in Kentucky, right? And I had to take the kids back to school shopping. School started back, so I had to go get them clothes and all that good stuff. And when me and Mike were kids, John, we'll talk about Hollywood Brown, I promise. When me and Mike were kids, we never could find anything Chiefs related in any store.
Not in Kentucky, you wasn't.
It wasn't a thing, right? It's just, and even if you did find something or you ordered something when the internet got to where you could order stuff, people would always question, like, why are you wearing Chiefs stuff? Like, it was just crazy. But I'll tell you this. I take the kids, they wanted to go into Old Navy. Old Navy, one of the first things I see, Chiefs hoodie.
Yeah.
And freaking
It's a nice hoodie, too, I think.
Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And it was pretty sweet. But it's just so weird. It was so weird for me to see that. I was
Did
just
you buy you one?
no, they were the kids. They were kids.
Oh, so they didn't have any adult sizes?
But the kids' jersey, the kids' hoodie was like $59. So I can imagine what the adult one was.
Inflation.
But it was pretty sweet. It was pretty sweet. But yeah, Hollywood Brown, I think he's got to stay on the football field. He's already earning this amongst the fan base. And you know how our fan base is. They will
Yeah,
turn
they'll
on
turn
you in
on
a
him
heartbeat.
quick.
They'll pull them pitchforks out. And when they all start rolling, and then when a certain couple of people have something to say about it, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody jumps on the bandwagon.
The first time there's a few guys on X I can think of off the top of my head, no names, but as soon
Yeah.
as they say one thing, it is done for Hollywood here.
Right. So he's teetering on that line right now. So he's got to get back out there on the field and just go. I mean, I understand, not just taking an injury lightly and get back too quick and stuff like that. I understand that whole thing, but I think if you're just barely banged up, if it's something minor, get out there and tough it. Like, just go. Just
Well,
go
I was
play.
trying to
You're on a
prepare
1-year
people-
contract anyway. You have to earn your way.
Right.
So
I was trying to prepare people for Hollywood Brown to maybe not have the biggest season in the world this whole past off season. We had an entire episode where we're trying to figure out how many yards he could feasibly have. And a lot of people was like, oh, I could see him getting to 800, 900, maybe 1,000. I'm thinking with all of our weapons and as many mouths to feed, Hollywood Brown would be lucky to have 700 yards and 6 touchdowns by the end of the year. And that's probably a good season on this team.
Right.
And so if he was to have 605 touchdowns, people's probably going to say that's a waste.
what does he have
I don't
to
know
do?
if people would be pleased for that.
What does he have to do? Because, I mean, that's the thing. They signed him on the 1 year. Of course, he was hurt. And when he came back,
Yeah.
it's not like he lit the world on fire, but he
He's
was
not
coming
getting a
back
long-term extension in KC. We already
Yeah,
know
he's
that.
coming back off a long injury. So he's on another 1 year, though, but they did pay him. They want him here. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. What does he have to do to be successful this season? What do you think in your eyes?
In my opinion, I think if he gets anywhere near 700 yards, 60-ish receptions, 5 to 7 touchdowns, somewhere in that range, I think he's had a hell of a season.
I'm right there with you. I think that's about
I don't
right.
think you can do no better than that when you've got guys like Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce eating, and now you're going to have Rashard Smith out of the backfield. You've got Pacheco looks healthy.
I will say if,
So many
if
names.
Mahomes goes off to the extent that I think he might, which is eclipsing 5,000 yards passing, then maybe he could sniff 1,000. Maybe if he's healthy and he's on the field.
Maybe.
But that's a big maybe. Angela, been a member for 1 month, says when it's Grim, be the Grim Reaper. I can't
Be the
wait
Reaper.
to watch the Grim Reaper get out there and just whoop some butt this year.
Just reap it.
Reap it, buddy. Got a 5 bomb from Perry. Says here's for Mike's ransom. You're
Appreciate
only
it, brother.
you're only being held ransom for $5, brother. You're worth
I'm
nothing.
not worth that much, I don't guess.
You're not even worth a burrito from Taco Bell.
No. Dude, I had a
Dang.
burrito from Buc-ee's today, a breakfast burrito, and I wasn't all that impressed. That may be the first thing at Buc-ee's I didn't love.
I've never had. I think I did eat one burrito from there one
It
time.
was just
not-
sausage, egg, and cheese. But I'm kind of weird. I
Oh,
can just
well,
eat a
come on.
McDonald's sausage, egg, and cheese burrito and be like super happy about it.
No,
I love their burritos.
I think you just messed up because if you go to Buc-ee's and you don't get something with brisket on it, then you're messing up.
I'm not doing that at 8 in the morning.
The brisket tacos are good. You could have done a lot of things, but you went with just sausage, egg, and cheese. That's what you get. You signed
And
up for it.
A brownie with walnuts. And I
That's
think
probably
that was the main
That was
highlight of the
probably
day.
Nikki been a member for 23 months. Says had a great time at the Chew with the Crew. Still hoping to get that email link. Trish was talking about tickets. Yeah. So Trish, if you see this, I don't know if you're here, but if you watch the replay, whatever, a lot of people want to know that link. So you can go on our YouTube page. It's open now on our community tab. Anyone can post on there, by the way. So if you
Yes.
guys have anything cool Chiefs related that you want to post or just have a conversation, feel free to go do that. Mods, of course, if you see something that's out of line or whatever, you can get rid of it. That would be much appreciated. But you guys can post on there and talk all you want. So if you're seeing this, Trish, you can post it on there in the community tab on our YouTube page, and that way everybody can get that link. But speaking of Chew with the Crew, I think Jacob Emmerich was in here earlier too.
Shake it. Yep.
A lot of people showed up for the Chew with the Crew. It was a really good time. We had a lot of fun. I think it was the first live stream we've done since, so we haven't really talked about it. But it was a really good time. Good turnout. I think everyone enjoyed themselves, and we thank everybody for coming out. It was fun, and it's nice to put. I told a lot of people there, but it's really nice to put faces to the names because we
Yeah,
talk
for
to
sure.
you guys all the time, like weekly. We're talking to you guys, and sometimes you know, it's nice to know who you're talking to. It's not just a screen name or sometimes you'll see people's like little profile picture, and that's just what's in your head, like when you see these people. But here's a picture from the Chew with the Crew. Here's a group of people that were there.
Nice.
And you could see everybody having a good time. It was fun.
There was a lot more people than that, but I noticed before we got to take the picture, a lot of people had to bail out. Maybe we should do the picture first next year.
These were the hardcore ones that stayed late right here.
Yeah.
Buck and Bob back there with Brian Parrott. Look at him. Like Buck's like barely poking his head over, and Melissa's just not existent in the picture.
Yeah, she got headed. I guess is how you say it.
Beheaded.
Somebody. Oh, I had a few pictures people had sent me, so I was going to bring those in too.
Well, go for it. Go for it.
I'll bring them in.
Go ahead and go on with what old Peter Sweeney was talking about here.
Go for it.
Let's see. Where were we at? On Mahomes, Thornton. We already talked about that. Okay, the next period was special teams, with the returner and punt returner being in the order: Remigio, then Brashard Smith, then Sky Moore, then Tyquan Thornton. So Sky Moore, the guy that should never return a punt, was 3 in the rotation. Late in practice, the kickoff gunners were Josh Williams and Nazeeh Johnson. The kick return pairs were Remigio and Brashard Smith. You had Williams, and then you had Royals and Moore. And those were your kick return pairs. So just kind of keeping an eye on these special teams developments, because as I mentioned in the video from yesterday, Dave Toub normally gets a pretty good say at the back end of, the wide receiver room and the DB room, because of special teams and even linebackers. But yeah, you want to keep an eye on the special team stuff, because Dave Toub does get a say, and that can make a difference sometimes. In 7-on-7, Thornton bobbled a deep pass from Mahomes that Cook ripped out of the air for an interception. Big year for Brian Cook coming up, so I want to see him playing at a high level. So it's good to see him doing well in camp.
There's that bobble I was saying. Thornton's got some hands issues sometimes. They can appear.
Sometimes he could Kadarius Toney to pass over to Cook, apparently.
I mean, it happens.
And then it says, making up for earlier in the workout, Connor managed to stay with Worthy on a double move to come up with a pass breakup. And then Knowles broke up a pass by Gardner Minshew. In the final 11-on-11, the long drive period that went for 14 plays for Mahomes and the ones, Worthy won a one-on-one rep up against Watson, who had good coverage. Worthy ripped it away for a long touchdown. For all of the small size talk, he played big on Thursday. So, yeah, once again, it was Xavier Worthy's day out there, dude. He's just killing it. And I think he's going to have a monster season for the Chiefs. I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, I think sometimes year two, you get that sophomore slump, right? Because people finally have film on you. But I think with Worthy, yes, people are going to know how to play Worthy, but, I mean, you got to respect his speed. That's one thing. You got to line up on this kid, and he can stop on a dime and come back, just like you did McDuffie today. If McDuffie can't stop that kind of stuff, good luck with your pathetic-ass DB doing it on the edge. Like, it's not happening.
Good luck. John Hale says he snuck in here. He's right in between us. Check him out.
Yeah, I see you, John.
It was nice to finally meet you, John. Mike's got my poster. He brought us some big posters. I'm gonna find me a spot for it somewhere in here.
I can bring it in and hang it up. That's what I can do.
Yeah, what are you doing? You could have done that a long time ago.
Yeah, but I just got here like 3 hours ago. I wasn't thinking about it that
Cover
hard.
up that eyesore of a light switch there with a Chiefs poster.
Oh, wrong hand. I'll just stand like this the whole time.
Courtesy of John Hale. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Let's see here. Let's get this off the screen. See what old Pete Sweeney's going on about. George Karlaftis would have registered a sack against Mahomes before he threw touchdowns on 3 of the final 4 plays of practice.
What did he just say? Did he say he rubbed his sack on Mahomes?
Yeah, he did. No, he said he could have registered a sack. He would have
registered a sack. Okay, I didn't hear that too.
So basically, the play would have ended with a sack by George Karlaftis, and then the next 3 plays were touchdown throws by Mahomes. A sidearm to Pacheco, a leaping touchdown by Noah Gray up against Jaden Hicks, and a quick pass to Jared Wiley on a slant.
Did you see the Jared Wiley one? It was not a slant.
But it's good.
It was not a slant. Pete Sweeney missed that one. It was a.
Come on, Peter.
It was a play similar to Corn Dog, where they put a receiver out, and all Jared Wiley did was kind of come in and fill the gap and turn around. and Mahomes just hit him. It was nice. It was like a little variation of corn dog. And, I mean, I think you should call it like it's just hot dog now with Wiley. I don't know
There's
what
been
you
a
call
few
it.
variations of that play.
Yeah. But, dude, it was nice. Wiley got in on – I think that's telling. They're still using Wiley in 11-on-11 drills in the red zone. I think they want – he's a big target, man. I think you have to keep doing that. If Wiley can't contribute there, where can Wiley contribute? Like, that's his
Right.
immediate contribution.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this over with here. Minshew had a touchdown to Brownlee on an out-breaking route in the end
Love
zone.
Jason Brownlee, man.
Brownlee held onto the ball as he rolled to the ground. Roland Wallace broke up the pass to Brownlee on the next play. And then just to note, Pro Football Hall of Famer Terrell Owens attended the practice today.
He
So if
did.
you're out there, you got to see T.O. Dapping it up with Mahomes and Kelsey over there on the sidelines. Mahomes' targets on 11-on-11 drills were 6 to Worthy, 3 to Kelsey, 3 to Pacheco, 2 to Gray, 2 to Royals, 2 to Schuster. Brownlee got 1, Hunt got 1, Thornton got 1, and Wiley got 1. That wraps up the week of practice for the Chiefs. Travel day to Arizona tomorrow, followed by the opening game of the preseason on Saturday at 7 p.m.
They'll be
So
off
there you go,
Sunday.
baby.
They'll get back to practice on Monday. That's probably the way it's going to go.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this game, dude. There's just so much stuff that I want to. I hope I can get to see enough of it before they start pulling guys out of the game, because there's like a lot of stuff that I want to keep an eye on, and I want to see Kingsley and Josh Simmons both get a decent amount of reps. I think that you just have to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
I know a lot of people's probably concerned about Josh Simmons. They're like, oh, you don't have him out there, don't get him hurt, and blah, blah, blah. But we don't want to see what happened with Kingsley, where he didn't even get to get his, feet planted.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
thing.
sure.
But,
You don't want that.
So definitely get him some reps. I want to see them, too. I want to see how that offensive line's holding up. Obviously, Tyquan Thornton. I want to see that chemistry they're talking about with Mahomes and see how that can be within the offense. Hopefully, Jalen Royals will get some snaps. And then the running back situation, like how are they going to use Brashard Smith during this game? And also, what does it matter? Like, by the time you get to Gardner Minshew or Bailey Zappi or Ola Dokin, it kind of just gets to the point where you don't even really know, because what are these guys contributing, against fourth stringers on the other team? You don't know how that's going to translate or how much that weighs on them making the roster, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's why it almost seems as though some years Andy just has already got his mind made up. Because
Yeah,
it's,
well, I think you have a pretty good idea,
Right.
right? I think that's natural.
I'm with you. I think we're going to get to see a heavy dose of Brownlee, probably Tyquan Thornton to a certain degree. I think Jalen Royals will get a couple snaps. I don't know if they'll play him a lot because I do think he's a roster lock. I don't know if you
Right.
have to get him out there. I don't think Juju plays a lot. I don't see why you'd have to do that with Juju. Worthy's not playing a lot. So, I mean, you may see a lot of Mac Delina late in the game. You may see a lot of Elijah Badger. Honestly, if Sky Moore can play, he should have to be out there to play. Like, he's got to earn something if he's going to make the team, which I don't see how that happens. But I'm curious to see how the running back rotation goes. Are they going to let Elijah Moore play more? In my opinion, I think the more you play in the first preseason game, the lower you are on the depth chart.
Sometimes that's
Yeah,
how it is.
that's how I
but
kind
there's
of feel.
also those occasional times where it's like they want to see more.
Yeah,
Like, they
because
wanna see more,
they're making a
right?
decision about you. So if you see a lot of Elijah Mitchell or a lot of Carson Steele on Monday or
Yeah.
Saturday, my bad, I think that's bolden of like, hey, they're trying to figure out what to do here.
Right. Real quick, I think it's where'd it go? Nikki. She said, "Where's the community tab?" So if you go to our YouTube homepage, there are tabs that say home, videos, shorts, live, podcast, playlist. There's one that says posts. Post is the community tab. So just click posts, and that's where you can be at. And
You'd
you
have
can
thought that
post
it just
whatever
wrote
you want.
community, but that's
It
a
used
little
to say community,
too
but
simple.
they changed it to posts.
Yeah.
So that's kind of on me. But yeah, it used to say community, now it says post. So you can go there, you can post whatever you want. And everybody can have conversations and whatever, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys being here, by the way. We're going to be here a little while longer tonight. Be sure to get your questions in if you want to. Do us a favor, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you'd like to be a member, which I highly suggest, it starts at $4.99 a month. Just go ahead and get that subscription going. You can go to join.allchiefedup.com. You'll get members-only videos. We've had a whole series going lately. We just had our latest one drop Monday instead of Sunday because we were traveling. But that was Warren Sharp on the hot seat. That was a great episode. Not only did you get to learn a little bit about Warren, but you also heard more of what he thought about the Chiefs this year. Like, he had a lot of good information even in on that video. That guy's just like an endless book of football knowledge. It's amazing. So check that out if you're a member. If you're not a member and you'd like to see these videos and get the members-only live streams, join.allchiefedup.com. Also, we have our new store underway. We're still going to be adding a couple of things to it. It's just we haven't had time to design some of the new T-shirts that we're going to do. But you can go to merch.allchiefedup.com right now, and I think on this particular live stream up at the top, there should be a Jalen Royal shirt pinned. You can click that, check out the store. Some good stuff on there. So go buy yourself something nice, and it helps the channel out. But, yeah, absolutely appreciate you guys. Man, so football is officially starting on Saturday. I don't care about these games right now. I think let's see what's going on. The Seattle Seahawks are winning 13-3. So the Raiders are even Raidering in the preseason. But, I mean, to be honest, I don't think they let anyone play very long. I think Ashton Genty only got a carry or two. I think, what's his name? Gino only got a drive in. So nothing crazy. But I think you should expect the same in the Chiefs preseason game, right?
Yeah, they're not going to play much.
Don't let them trick you. Don't let them trick you into thinking.
If I'm not mistaken, Andy said this exact same thing last season.
Every year. He always says that.
And then Mahomes literally played like 3 snaps. Like, I'm almost positive it was something weird like that.
You do every season. Like I said, don't let them fool you. But very excited about it. Real quick, too, one other thing I wanted to mention, top fan right now is JCP in number 1 position. He's actually tied with Tony with 325 XP, and then Perry's in behind them. The top fan of each live stream will get a signed poster, and the people at the Chew with the Crew can vouch for how cool the posters look this time around. So you definitely want to get one of those. So just a reminder, if you're the top fan on any of the live streams for the foreseeable future, we're going to put your name down, and when we have them available, we're going to ship you a signed poster. So keep that in mind. Let's see here. Yeah, it's JCP, Tony, and then Perry right now. So
nice.
Get in on it. Get in on that.
JCP got a poster already.
Let the boy.
Hey, speaking of Chew with the Crew, man, I had a good time. Thanks to everybody that come out. That was fun. This was the biggest one we've had.
Yuck was there.
Yuck was there. The posters were legit. Dude, it was a fun time. We had more people here this year than we had probably the previous 2 years.
Yeah.
And then we even had guys like Kay Wayne who couldn't get out there because he had to go trucking, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it was a good time, man. Loved meeting everybody. Good barbecue as well. Zarda actually, as soon as they did that, they went out and catered camp like the next day, I believe. And
Man,
so
Zarda's
works
so
hard.
underrated. No one ever mentions them when they talk about KC Barbecue. And I'm telling you, I think they hold their own.
Right. Steve,
really
you were in KC for 2 days. I got to stay for about 5. What was your favorite thing besides Chew with the Crew? What was the favorite thing you ate? What was the favorite thing you got to do? Because we got to take the kids to Legoland. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, we did Legoland and Sea Life or Sea World or something like that.
Yeah, the aquarium.
It was fun. That was a good time, of course. And then I got to go to the Negro Leagues Museum this time. I hadn't got to do that yet. Fantastic. If you guys haven't gone to that, make sure you go to that Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. It was awesome. Just seeing that type of history in there, they had some really cool stuff. Like, it's totally worth the time. Go check that out. Favorite food was Q39, 100%.
That one it's hard to beat, huh?
It's so good. And then I also had to grab some Gates before we left. Just got the chopped burnt ends, the sandwich and stuff, and that was good too. It's just one of those things, and I think like the more that you eat Kansas City barbecue, you understand people that are from there. Like I think it was Price Carter that we had on a video where he was like, if you go to Kansas City, you have to go to Gates or Arthur Bryant's and get what they have to get like the real deal. Like, this is the old school Kansas City barbecue. You have to get that experience. But if you want the real good shit, you're going to go to Q39 or Jack Stack or Joe's. Like, that's where you go. So, I mean, there's definitely like
Yeah.
But it's always great, and of course the experience at Gates is fun because they give you anxiety as you order, and
Right.
it's crowded. And
Matt Verderam actually went to Joe's the same day I was there. I missed him by like 10 minutes.
oh, really? That would have
Like
been
we
cool.
could have had some lunch, but yeah, man, I went to Joe's and it was awesome. Now I will say that I got sick waiting in line. I was getting a little sick in my stomach. I was fighting. I didn't want to blow chunks in front of everybody, man. That'd have been embarrassing. People
At
was in there having that
Joe's?
great barbecue. Yeah, man, but I was feeling so nauseous, dude. So nauseous.
Yeah. Real quick, Major Slaps is great. Slaps is top notch. So
Yeah.
I mean, more
I
people
love
should
Slaps.
definitely go support Slaps. I think they're going through a rough time now because they're over on the Kansas side, and you know how that traffic's been and the road
35 has
closures
been
and everything
wild.
else. So yeah, support them if you can. Their food is phenomenal. But yeah, if you didn't know, Mike somehow while we were in Kansas City compressed a nerve in your vertebrae in your neck.
Yeah.
So Mike's been all jacked up, so that's why he was nauseous waiting for his food at Joe's.
Yeah, it's bad. I had to go to the hospital, man. I really didn't know what happened.
I
Like
think
I wake up.
Kayla must have gave you the old Undertaker tombstone in your sleep,
Dude, I don't
brother.
know what happened. It was after we went to Legoland and everything all day. So I don't know, maybe just I slept wrong or something. But yeah, dude, woke up, half of my body, exactly half of my body numb. It's been numb now for 4 days.
It's so weird, dude. It freaked me
Yeah.
out so bad.
4 days now I've been numb. Like it's so odd. The doctors made me run a CT scan. I had to go to the ER. I missed all Monday in KC. I was sitting in the ER for about 5 hours. So yeah, but they say it's a pinched nerve and it sucks. But yeah, I've been nauseous. I've been battling all kinds of stuff, man, because it's painful. I want to chop
pretty
my
wild.
right arm off, to be honest. It's my left. My left. It
Just go ahead. Get rid of that. You don't need it anyway. It's
Dude.
all good.
sucks.
John Hale says Zardes is better than Q, in my opinion. I think it's literally pick your own poison, right? Like whatever you like. It's all good. It's all good. I got the competition plate from Q39 though. Man, I had the burnt ends, a brisket. I got some mac and cheese with it. Their mac and cheese is phenomenal there. It's insane. Zarda's great though. I think Zarda's super underrated, and we appreciate Zarda for always letting us do the chew of the crew. And they're always great, man. Like they don't screw your food up. You don't wait too long on your food. They can split the tickets easy. Somebody mentioned that. Like you don't have any problems with them, and they let us stay late every time. They never force us to leave. They just hang out,
Right.
even after they're closed. But like, of course, we always feel bad, and we're like, let's take this party out to the parking lot. But they let us hang out there, and they've been great, man. So support Zarda for sure.
Yeah, like Zarda, it was a good time. Steve, also, I went downtown the last day I was there. I was downtown cruising through KC. There was like some South Korean band playing at an amphitheater downtown. I didn't know who they were. I found them on the radio and listened to them. They were kind of boring, so I'm glad I didn't go to that. But, dude, I was just trying to go to Pizza Bar, and Pizza Bar was closed. I don't know why. Like they
Lame.
closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. But, yeah, man, KC, some of that's starting to get real nice down there. Like it's pretty sweet down there. And what was it? There was something I was going to tell you that was really fun that I got to do down there, but I forgot.
You
Can't
know,
remember.
Think about it.
I can't remember.
It must
I'm
not have
just-
been that fun.
I'm getting old, I guess. I got to see the library. You know, they paint the books on the side of the library. That's always a big thing with KC from out of towners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. That was kind of fun to see.
Yeah, that's cool. All Star over on Facebook says y'all think Thornton's going to make the official roster. I think it's definitely trending that way, for sure.
Yeah.
Andy said a long time ago, and we've been saying it the whole time, we want to see what he can do in a game time situation with this offense, within this offense. So hopefully we'll get to see him run with the ones a little bit on Saturday, and then going forward in the preseason. But I definitely think it's trending in that direction. For him to do that. So pretty excited about it. Appreciate you being over there on Facebook, checking us out though, brother. If you guys are watching on Facebook, share it out with your friends. If you're watching on X, share it out. And of course, Facebook as well. Got a 2-bomb from Shane. Says, evening guys, had a blast at Chew with the crew. It's great to see you again, my man. It's always fun. It's always a good time. It's like seeing old friends, isn't it, Mike? There's
Yeah.
Shane.
There's
Shane and his
and-
lady there.
and Rachel, his lady. It was a fun time, man, seeing everybody. And then I also brought in the picture of us with Buck and Bob.
Buck
They were
and
cool
Bob,
dudes.
So you never know who's going to show up to Chew with the crew. So the very first one, Lance from the Spoken and Haley, who was formerly of KCSN, they were there. And then last year, Cole showed up from How About Those Chiefs. And then this year, it was Buck and Bob. So you never know who's going to show up to these, man. So next
Right.
year, when we do it, if we get to continue the
Might be Mel
the
Kiper Jr.
tradition,
next year. Who
you
knows?
never know. Andy Reid might show up, get himself some
Andy.
burnt ends. Appreciate the two, Shane, and it was good to see you again, brother, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Was that the only picture you had? Oh, it was Buck and Bob. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
Buck and Bob. Yeah, that's the only people that sent me pictures. Nobody else liked me.
I think Brian Parrott had some posted up. Oh, Brian was there.
Brian went through it too. I heard he had a bad thing at work and almost had heat exhaustion, and it triggered up some of his medical issues, and he had a rough time the same time I was going through it on Monday.
Bro, man, I'm ready for summer to be over. I'm done with it. I'm
Yeah.
ready for fall and football, brother. I'm not a summer guy anyway. If I'm going to be a summer guy, I would rather be at the beach like you right
Right.
now, but I'm not. I'm in Kentucky dying.
Hey, if anybody knows,
Heat exhaustion.
I think it's Shane. Shane, are you still watching? I remember Shane telling me that his family or somebody he knows was like chiropractic stuff, and they do some cervical. They specialize in this. I might have to go out there and hit them
Brother,
up, man.
I'm telling you right now, stop with them fake doctors, brother.
I love chiropractors.
Don't do it.
They've helped
Don't
me a
do
lot.
it. They kill people all the time. Don't let them touch your neck. That's wild. Don't be wild.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Man, I saw here. Oh, I wanted to bring this up. Casey Lion Squad said, my grandfather played for the Monarchs, and
That
he's in
is
the museum.
awesome.
That's cool. Dude, what's his name? Casey Lion Squad. Because here's the thing. I took the kids too. And like, I think like not only was it really cool to see all that, but I thought it was really cool for the kids to see that because they don't understand how it used to be. Like
Right.
My girls were legitimately like some of the stuff that was in there. They were like, what's this? Like, like they had a lot of the stuff from like segregation and things like that in there. And like these kids don't even understand how things were. So I thought it was awesome. But yeah, I want to know what your grandfather's name is. I want to see if I saw any of his stuff in there. That'd be cool. But Mike, yeah, definitely next time you're there, you got to go check it out. Super cool.
For sure. I totally wanted to. I was gonna do that with you.
You were
but,
going to go with me, but then you had to deal with all that stuff.
I couldn't feel my feet. So I don't know what to do. I'm still
I
walking.
could have wheeled
like,
you around in a.
I
I
am
could have got a
literally,
wheelchair and pushed you
like,
around.
Yeah, I'm like half my body is numb, the other half is weak, where this nerve's compressed, and I'm literally walking around like I'm a newborn elephant or something. Like I don't know what to do. I look crazy right now walking around. Like I'm afraid
Do
that
you?
a cop. Yeah, I'm afraid a cop's gonna think I'm drunk. Like public intoxication to make me. I
Have you
couldn't
had
walk a
vertigo
straight line
too?
if I had to.
You still have the vertigo?
I don't know if it's vertigo or it's just my body trying to be like, why are you so weak? So I'm just
adjusting?
kind of like out of it, and it's like, dude, it's weird. I've never had to deal with this before. And
Hey,
it
if
don't fix
anybody, if
itself-
any of you guys are in Panama City Beach and see Mike struggling, help him out.
yeah, you see me struggling, come on, man, say hey, help me across the street. Probably
That's
need
awesome. Yeah, Brian, that's crazy, man. Stay hydrated out there. Stay hydrated. It's no joke. This heat's
Brian,
crazy.
I'm not going to tell Brian's medical history because he told me what was going on, but he had the same thing our grandma had. So I told
Hey.
him, I was like, we have some experience with that.
Do you see how Shane's talking about me right now?
I know.
I appreciate that, buddy. I
That's
appreciate
Steve. Yeah.
It's a good-looking man right there.
I think he's talking about Rachel. I'm not for sure, but I think he's talking about Rachel.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Steve, I'm going to tell you right now, Rachel looks a lot better than you do.
Well, you know.
No offense, Shane. No offense, Shane, but it's true. It's very true.
That's awesome. Yeah, but appreciate you guys being here tonight. Man, Chiefs football on Saturday. Can't wait. I'm sure we'll do something. We'll probably come on here and do try to maybe sneak in an extra live stream or something.
Yeah, let's try to do a post game or something. Maybe we even get on in the fourth quarter or something before it's over.
Yeah,
I'm sure
we'll have,
it'll be.
we'll have a video dropping Saturday earlier in the day, and then maybe we can get on and do a little post game or.
It looks like I'm going to have to
or something of
download
that
like
nature.
NFL app or something to watch it because I think it's only on certain local affiliates. So
We'll find it. We always do,
Yeah.
right? We're the kings of finding the Chiefs games because being from Kentucky, it
Yeah.
used to be an art form figuring out where to watch these games. So we can do it. In today's world, we're watching it. Tony says, you had too much Blue Chew, Mike. You just need to lay off the Blue Chew, brother.
dude, if Blue Chew would grow me a third leg so I could walk around a little better, I think I'd pop it in there. I'm about to take more.
Mike got so horned.
Yeah, I lost
Your
blood
body
flow.
lost. Yeah, it went nuts. Went crazy on you. Got a 5 bomb from my girl, Kim. What's up, Kim? She said, I bought memberships, but they used to be handed out automatically. I put the link on a post. Will you distribute, please? You have 10 to give out.
Wait, did it not come through? They should have come through, Kim. I don't know. They're supposed to still distribute.
Yeah, I don't see it. It didn't come through, Kim. Might
Yeah,
wanna
so
check,
it's-
might want to
it's
check
either-
on that. Make sure they didn't rob
right.
you.
YouTube could have tried something with you there.
There's been a glitch there. Just it's very rare, but we have seen that happen before with a couple people. I don't think ultimately they ended up getting charged for it, but I would keep an eye on that.
Right. Yeah, keep an eye on it because if you do ultimately get charged, then you need to fight that one.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna fight them. We're gonna fight 'em. Man,
Yeah.
they used to give us some memberships to give out. Let's see if it membership gifting.
Yeah, they were supposed to give certain amounts per month.
Ooh. Hey, guys.
You got them?
I tell you what, y'all go hit that like button right now. We're at 104. Get that to as close to 150 as you can in the next 1 minute. So if you haven't hit the like button, go do that. I'll give out 5 memberships. Okay? I'll give you a few minutes. Go hit the like button.
In honor
all
of
that
Kim.
fun stuff. And I'll give out 5 memberships. And Kim, hopefully you can get that figured out because that's wild.
Yeah.
Don't know about it. I got 5 memberships I can give out, brother. Let's go. Y'all hit that like button. Get that pumped up there, baby. Let's go. And if you're watching on something else, X or Facebook or whatever, feel free to join YouTube. Get over here and subscribe and watch the live streams on YouTube where you can interact differently than you can on some of the other platforms. We'll definitely take you on both, so that'd be cool.
Kim said they charged me and said I was a free member. I have no idea what that even means, Kim. I think like YouTube's pulling one on you right now.
Hey, screenshot some of that and send it to our email.
Yeah, for sure. If you can.
I want to, if you can, I would like to see what's going on. That's strange.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
pretty
definitely hand out. Try to get in touch with YouTube for you if you can't do it.
Chief says, I need a membership. Well, if everybody here that's watching right now, no matter what platform you're on, hits the like button, go share it if you can't. Just whatever. Help your boys out a little bit. I'll give out those 5 memberships here in a second. I guess summing up the night, though, Mike, if you're a Chiefs hater and you happen to be here, or if you're like an Eagles fan who likes to stop in and say,
you're gonna have a
fly,
rough
Eagles,
season.
fly, go Birds. Anyone that thinks that the Chiefs are done, that it's not going to be like it has been, that the domination's gone, it's like whatever, however you want to frame it up, I'm sorry. I'll pre-apologize for you because you're going to be sadly mistaken and you're going to be upset. You're going to be upset because I think this team is going to be very, very good. And even as our buddy Warren Sharp said, they could go 12-5 this season. They could go 12-5 and they could still
Right.
be a much better team than they were last year.
I think it's no doubt. I think that they're on pace to be a better team.
Dude,
Like we're definitely
it's
deeper.
the amount of talent that's on this team, and it's the average age of the talent. Like we're a very young team. It's crazy. Shane says, Mike, my uncle Gary, the chiropractor, retired, but the practice he did dealt with the atlas.
The
bone.
atlas, that's the very top bone in the cervical.
Simply
Yeah.
adjusting it, no cracking or twisting. It's the only thing that helps my nerve pain.
Dude, I've heard
Weird.
that that's a big one. They literally just have a machine and you just lay down and it just taps it.
I'll tap it. I'll hit you in the neck with something.
No.
We'll see what happens. I got you. Brandon says, got front row seats to the Chiefs Eagles game in KC.
Let's
I'm horned
go.
up. Let's go. Let's go, baby. You're going to have
That's
a great
gonna be
time with that one.
awesome.
Man, I cannot wait for that game because they better go out there and just put one on those.
Steve, if they was to go out and lose and we have to hear this again,
If they get blown out again, then I'm just going to
That's
say,
gonna
I'm just going
make-
to be like, the Eagles are better, right?
dude, look, even a loss is going to be bad, but another blowout at KC, like, dude, we'll never hear the end of that.
Right.
These dudes will get tattooed the score on their
Yep.
foreheads.
I'll take it, Shane. I'll take it. Appreciate you, buddy.
Jeez.
That's great. Yeah, man, I'm excited about that week 2 matchup. That's gonna be awesome. Front row seats. What'd you do? Have to sell your house or something to get those, or
Yeah.
did you? I don't know. Sold his car, maybe. He had to do something. This prices are outrageous. Getting pretty wild out
Maybe
there.
one ticket.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna send out some memberships now. Bing. We'll see who gets them.
Oh, you did.
I did.
All Chiefed Up is gifted 5
Red Pill
memberships.
Crip got one. Christian Guimar, I can't say the name right. Chicka Wolf Ranch, D Frizz, and Brett Holloway got memberships.
Let's go.
So, welcome to the crew, baby. Welcome to the crew.
Welcome. Brett's been a member before. I've seen Brett in some streams.
Yeah, for sure. If
I
you
remember
guys
that
didn't get one
name.
of those and you want to be a member, it's just $4.99 a month. You can go over to join.allchiefedup.com. It'll take you straight to where you need to be. You can become a member. You can have it automatically withdrawn once a month. It's just
And the
you're not
good thing
gonna miss
is,
your $4.99. I
yeah,
promise.
and a good thing is, man, you're going to get a little bit of extra content. You're going to get some extra members onlys. Every month, you get a chance to win something signed. We give away signed Kingsley Sumatea jersey last couple weeks,
yeah.
I believe. We've got some more stuff coming out. I think Charles O'Menihue signed something. We're about to throw out a jersey of O'Menihue. We got a signed football we're getting ready to get rid of. There's tons of stuff. You got a chance to win that.
Is that football who I think it is? That's the one that people's going to love.
Is it? Who do you think it is? I've got a signed picture of a guy.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I forgot. He did a picture. He signed us a
Yeah.
picture.
So yeah, we get some fun stuff, and again, it's only $4.99, and you get a chance. You know, you're going to get a chance to win a poster just about every single live stream, post game, and everything throughout the season. So, yeah, stick with us, man. We're growing big time this year.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's going to be good. We're going to be at 50,000 subs here soon. So that'd be nice. And
Before
then
the
it's on
season
to,
was what I was hoping for. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see.
I think we can do it. We can do it. We just got a little bit to go. Got a little over 1,000 more to get. I think we can do it. Everybody help us out. Share us with your friends. Tell your buddies to go over, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. We'll break the 50 before the season starts. We have a month. We got this. And then on to 100K. On to 100K. Why not?
Onward.
Well, appreciate all you guys that donated tonight, gifted out memberships and everything like that. Absolutely appreciate you guys. You guys help out the channel tremendously. Thanks for hitting the like button on your way out if you haven't already. You guys that were at the Chew with the Crew, thanks so much for coming out to hang out with us. It means a lot. We had a lot of fun. It's good seeing everybody again. It's good meeting all the new guys, putting faces to the names. Always a good time. But we'll be back with more content. We'll have a video out Saturday, and hopefully we'll get an extra live stream in to talk about the preseason game and all that good stuff. So keep an eye out for it, and we'll see you next time. Go Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Get wild.